I've been doing this YouTube thing for a little while now, a couple of years, and one of the biggest things that I still really struggle to kind of get my head around is when companies email me and say, hey, would you like this for free? It just doesn't often feel right, but more often than not, it's something very cool, so I say yes. But every now and then you get one a little bit more different. For example, I recently got an email that said, hey Craig, we really like your stuff and what you do, and we really like your videos. Do you fancy having a little look through our website, and if there's something on there you like, choose it out and we'll send it to you. Anything? Yes, anything. Alright, let's go and pick something ridiculous to look at. So this is the website in question. It's called Best Buy Gear, and it's mainly e-bikes, as you can imagine, and you could probably tell from looking at it so far. The bikes they suggested me checking out was some of their best sellers. So at the moment you can see there is some Engwes which we've done on the channel before, which are very fun, and they've also got these Faris, which I've never seen before, but they all look a bit crazy. But let's have a look, see what else is there. So you've also got here's some actual brands. You've got DYU, which we've done some bikes with them before, and spoiler alert, we did this one here, the little mini thing, which was very cool, and we did some wheelies on it.
It's a very weird geometry to do wheelies on it. Yes.
Oh, yes.
I say we. I did not. But one of the ones that they suggested, which was very exciting, was look at these Engwes. I'm not seeing these ones with the like battery thing on the back. They're a bit wild. But is this? I figured if we're going to do something ridiculous, and that is a crazy bike. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, which colour do we choose? It's got to be green, right? Look at the headlights on this thing. It's nuts. Let's go green. Buy now. So the bike itself has these massive 20-inch tyres, which are 4-inch wide. So as far as tread and grip wise, it is insane. You can ride it through anything in quite low pressure as well, which gives you a lot of control and grip and kind of cushioness, which takes me on to suspension. It's got front and rear suspension, both air shocks, and then the front ones are triple clamped, which I don't think it's necessary. I'm not taking this downhill racing. The motor is 750 watt, which technically isn't allowed in the UK. You are supposed to ride that on private roads, but this bike is restricted. So whilst it's restricted, it can't do any more than what it's capable of doing. But if you are someone who's lucky enough to have some private land, you could unrestrict this or de-restrict this take the restrictions off of it, and apparently it absolutely rips. It's essentially an e-motorbike more than it is anything else. But the way that it's set up at the moment and the restrictions on it, it's pedal assist, which is very nice. I have the 2 battery version, essentially means it has 2 big battery packs on it. It's 26 amp hours of battery. I don't really know what that means. The main thing that actually makes sense to me is the fact that it should run for around about 10 hours, which in miles, that'd be about 93 miles. According to the website, I didn't just work that out. The actual bike itself is around about 38 kilograms, so it's a hefty boy, but once you're actually riding it and you get going, it's absolutely fine. The other thing to mention as well is the fact that it's got built-in headlights, front and rear. The rear light, when you actually activate the brakes, it comes on as a brake light, but the front lights, the mad dual kind of like lenses, are like crazy bright. I've not actually, it's summer in the UK now, so like it's not really getting that dark, so I haven't used it that much at night, but in the winter, you could probably take this out into the forest and you'd be able to see everything. Very cool. The actual bike itself, I should probably mention, is the fact that it's not the most comfortable thing to ride, and what I mean by that is it's not the most traditional thing to ride. A normal bike, the saddle itself is narrow and kind of whatever else. This is a big chunky boy, which, like, as far as pedaling goes, you wouldn't want to be riding this hundreds and hundreds of miles. As much as it can do, almost 100 miles on the batteries, that sort of pedaling, because there's no adjustable seat, is not the most comfortable thing in the world. So I would definitely describe this as a fun bike more than a practical bike. You could certainly use it fully kind of electric all over the place and whatever else. I believe you can insure them and kind of de-restrict it and use it as a moped. So it's probably, in that sense of the word, a very cheap way of getting an electric moped, because those things are expensive. But I don't know how you would do that. But I took it for a ride around and had a really good time on it. Like I said, this is more fun than anything else. So if you've got any ideas of where I should be riding this and how I should be having fun with it, let me know in the comments below. Another massive thank you to Buy Best Gear to send this bike out. I've linked the actual bike itself down below, but also on their website they do sell the mini DYU wheelie machine that I showed you earlier on in the video.
I'm literally sitting on a chair. and the saddle is also very, yeah, it's comfortable. Obviously it's not a racing position bike.
But also, maybe last year at some point, I did do another Engwe review on the L20, which is a step-through kind of all-terrain kind of almost a cargo bike, but like with not as much rack space. There's a few clips on the screen now, I'm sure. But if you're interested in any of the bikes I've mentioned, or just want to have a little look around, the website is down linked below. And that brings us to the end of another video. We do a lot of bike builds and cycling related content on this channel, so if you're interested in more videos like this, do feel free to subscribe to the channel, and if you can't wait until the next video, that one there is a particularly good one.